that's the regular meeting. Okay, I'm going to call this regular meeting of the City of Coolidge City Council, April 22nd, 2019, regular meeting to order. And the first order of business is note that we are not having the, what meeting is it, Norma, we're not having?
Property Corporation is the MPC meeting.
The MPC meeting because
We do not have a quorum.
we don't have a quorum for that board. So that meeting will not be held tonight. It will be scheduled for a later date. So we will move into our regular meeting for the Coolidge City Council. Is Pastor Randy Green, Coolidge New Destiny, here tonight? I don't see him out there. So we will move through the invocation. Would you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Norma, would you call the roll, please?
Yes, Mayor. Councilmember Jimmy Walker. Councilmember Tina Kaufman.
Here.
Councilmember Steve Hudson. Mayor John Thompson.
Here.
Vice Mayor Jackie Henry.
Here.
Councilmember Ben Navarro.
Here.
And Councilmember Tatiana Murrieta.
Here.
Thank you. We have a quorum.
Thank you, Norma. The first item under proclamation is the Letter Carriers Food Drive Day. Let me look through here. I'm going to read the proclamation, but first I would mention that this is a situation where last year our letter carriers, postal carriers in Coolidge, collected 1,200 pounds of food from our people in our community, and all the food that they collected stayed in Coolidge and went to our citizens here. So we have the Letter Carriers Day food drive coming up on May 11th, 2019, and I would ask the citizens to remember that and put some food out for our letter carriers at their mailbox so they can pick up some food to try to help the people that are in need in our community. It's very much appreciated. I certainly think we can do better than we did last year. I hope we can. So now I'm going to read the proclamation. Whereas the National Association of Letter Carriers, Branch 704, represents all letter carriers in Tucson and many other post offices in southern Arizona, and whereas NALC Branch 704, United States Postal Service, and the AFL-CIO have joined together with local community food banks for the past 25 years for the annual Letter Carriers Food Drive, and whereas the food drive was initiated in 1991 to assist the many community food banks, food pantries, and homeless shelters throughout the nation, and whereas the food drive effort is a community-based endeavor and all food items donated remain within each local community to serve the needs of the community, and whereas in the year 2018, NALC Branch 704 letter carriers collected 273,652 pounds of food in southern Arizona. Now, therefore, I, John Thompson, Mayor of the City of Coolidge, Arizona, do hereby proclaim May 11th, 2019, to be Letter Carriers Food Drive Day in this community, and encourage all of our citizens to join in this important effort by leaving food items near their mailboxes on Saturday for the letter carriers to pick up as they make their rounds. And further, to offer our appreciation and admiration for our local letter carriers for the enthusiasm and the unique contribution they are making toward the betterment of our community. In witness whereof, under set my hand and cause the seal of the city of Coolidge to be affixed on this 11th day of May, 2019. Okay. Now we'll move into item 5, the monthly report by the Coolidge Youth Coalition. Welcome.
Good evening, Mayor and members of the City Council. My name is Mandy Alexander, and I am the project coordinator for the Coolidge Youth Coalition. As always, we would like to thank Coolidge City Council for allowing us to give a monthly update and the work we are doing in the community. With me tonight, I have Miss Shannon Haynes, who is our teacher sponsor for our CYC Imagine Eagles Nest Leadership Club, and 2 of our student members. Our intention for this leadership club is to educate young people on the importance of community service and offer them hands-on projects that put their leadership skills into action. Shannon and our 2 student members are going to be sharing a few of their most memorable moments from their most recent community service project, which was at the Open Hands Veteran Center here in Coolidge. And just really quickly, we would like to give a shout out to Dave Turner and Dave Sansick from TransCanada who funded this program and made it possible for this club. And we would also like to thank Rafida from the Coolidge Examiner for the media coverage and for sharing the good work that these students are doing in the community. So with that, I would like to introduce Shannon, and she is going to introduce our kids.
Hi, again, thank you for allowing us to come and speak with you today. I would definitely like the kids to do all of the speaking about what we did because they did so amazing. So I have our 2 students here. We have Jaylene and Catherine. Jaylene's going to come on up first.
Hi, my name is Jaylene Colinas, and I would like to thank you all for letting our school and Imagine to have the honor to participate in the Open Hands Veterans Center. I was able to talk to many veterans, and I do have a lot of family that is in the Army and the Navy, and it's very nice to understand of where they go and what they do. And there are many things that I have learned from working with the veterans in the Open Hands Center. I learned many things from the veterans, such as taking risks and using your heart and doing what's right. I learned many stories, and a lot of them made me feel very, very emotionally deep inside, very happy, very content with what I'm doing, to know that what I'm doing now has the ability to have effects on other people. And especially just seeing the other veterans smile when they're just telling their stories, just the greatest feeling in the world. And I really appreciate that you guys are letting our school have the power to do this.
Thank you.
All right, and next up is Catherine.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Catherine, and I suggested this idea because I was just thinking about my families. A little bit of my family was in the military, and they mean a lot to me. So I just threw out the idea that we should go see veterans that served our community in war. I mean, our... my gosh. I was just thinking about wounded soldiers that fought for our country, and they just needed somebody to talk to and someone to share their experiences with. So there was one in Coolidge, so I suggested that we should go and see them, and it was great to see all their faces light up as we walked in the room. It was a really great experience, and if you guys had not funded us, we would not be here today, so thank you very much.
Thank you.
You did great.
These kiddos did awesome, and just thank you, Coolidge City Council, for always supporting the Coolidge Youth Coalition and our efforts to get our young kiddos involved in the community. So thank you for the ongoing support.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, the next item on the agenda is called the public. It's the time where the public, if you want to address the council, you have 3 minutes. Please step up to the podium, give us your name and your address, and you have 3 minutes to address the council.
Honorable Mayor and Council, we have one speaker, and it is Richard Rosales with APS to speak on an open house.
You better set that timer, Norma. We're very familiar with this guy.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Richard Rosales, APS Community Affairs, 462 West Casa Grande Lakes Boulevard in Casa Grande, Arizona. That took 9 seconds for me to give my name.
Move to a place with a less of an address. Coolidge is less than Casa Grande, by the way. I know it.
Thank you. And I'm here on behalf of APS and our 100 Days of Helping campaign. The 100 Days of Helping campaign was put together to help our customers get ready for the summer bills. As you all know, the summertime bills tend to go up higher because we use more energy in the summertime. And so this campaign was started to help people have that awareness, but also to get our limited income customers signed up for our energy support program. We actually dedicated more money to the energy support program this year, and we want to increase the signups for that. So with that, we chose to have an open house in Coolidge, and that's what I'm here to share with you. Is the open house in Coolidge is this Saturday for APS customers from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Artisan Village Community Room, the Bob Flatley Community Room. And we'll have APS representatives there to help customers. There's anything that a customer would like to discuss with our representatives, mostly signing our limited income customers up for the energy support program so they can get that 25% discount off their bills starting soon and before the summertime hits. But they can also do rate comparisons so our customers can figure out whether they're on the right rate plan heading into the summer. They can sign up for budget billing where customers would pay a flat amount every month, and right now would be the good time to get on that budget billing plan because our bills have been lower, and as we go into the summertime, we'll start to, it'll balance it out so you won't see that high peak. It's just a nice way to get your bills, your billing in line, and you'll know pretty much what you're paying every month. And just review your energy usage. So again, that's this Saturday at the Artisan Village here in Coolidge, and it's from 9 to 1. It'll be first come, first serve, but we'll be there until everyone has been seen if we do get really busy. And so I appreciate the time and appreciate you sharing it with your constituents, and I thank the police department also who has agreed to help us share the information with our customers. Thank you.
Okay. This is pretty important for our citizens, so if there's anything else you want to add, you can run over.
Oh, no, I'm good. I appreciate it. And if customers cannot come this Saturday or they just want to do it on their own, the website we set up is just aps.com/helping. And they can do everything that we're going to do at the open house online as well. So that's it. And I thank you all for the support and sharing the information with our customers.
Thank you, Reggie.
Thank you.
APS is always willing to help us here in Coolidge, and we appreciate it. Okay. Is there anybody else that wants to address the council and call the public? Norma, you don't have any more of those fancy papers, do you?
No, I do not, Mayor.
Okay. Thank you. Then we'll move into business items for consent. Before I read the items, is there anybody up here that needs to pull any of the items off for separate consideration? You good? Not hearing anybody mention anything, then I'm going to read the items. Item 6. Consider approval of ratifying the change request form submitted by Tyler Technologies to reduce the computer-aided dispatch, the CAD, fire module upgrade contract in the amount of $11,745. Item 7, consider approval of applying for the 2019-2020 OPSG grant funds from the Arizona Department of Homeland Security in the amount of $262,000 to be used for overtime, mileage, and equipment for Operation Stone Garden details. Item 8, consider approval of accepting a Governor's Office of Highway Safety, GOHS 2019, Buckle Up Arizona Enforcement Campaign Grant, contract number 2019-CIOT-007, in the amount of $3,000 awarded to the Coolidge Police Department for expenditures related to the 2019 Buckle Up Arizona It's the Law Enforcement Campaign, authorizing the city manager and police chief to execute the GOHS contract. 9, consider approval of entering into a grant agreement between Arizona Automobile Theft Authority and the City of Coolidge Police Department to accept and spend $1,350 to purchase a vehicle identification number etching device. Item 10, consider approval of entering into an authorization for services agreement between the City of Coolidge and Westland Resources, Inc. for the purpose of preparing a water resources plan for the City of Coolidge. Item 11, consider approval of entering into an authorization of services agreement between the City of Coolidge and Westland Resources, Inc. for the purpose of providing engineering services to complete a water storage permit application for the City of Coolidge. And item 12, consider approval of the claims for the month of March 2019. Okay. I need some motion.
Mayor, I move to approve items 6 through 12 as read.
Second?
I'll second.
Okay, there's a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thank you. Moving to business under regular items. Item 13, consider approval of remaining with Blue Cross Blue Shield as the insurance provider for medical and life insurance, remaining with Principal for dental, and changing the provider for vision from AVS to VSP through Principal, authorizing the city manager to execute the necessary documents. Who's got that?
Honorable Mayor and Council, I will take that one. Back in March, we had our benefits broker, Eric Johnson, with GLJ Associates come down, and basically what happened is he received notice that we were going to have about, for medical, a 17.39% rate increase, almost a 20%, including with dental, life, and vision. And because in light of some high medical bills, he went back out, he renegotiated, and he was able to come back, thank goodness, with the final amount, which is a reduced from the original 17.39 to 13.76. So it's actually lower than what was from the first number that came in, and I think at the time, if you remember, our finance director advised that we were going to have anywhere between a 15 and 20%, possibly 15 to 20% increase in the budget. So we actually came in just a little less. We still have dental and vision. Well, let's see. I'm sorry. Let's back up. We'll still have dental and life insurance that will remain with the same providers, which is Blue Cross Blue Shield as well as Principal. And then on the vision, we had a slight change with the decrease, for changing it from the current provider of Avisis, going back to a VSP plan, which we've had in the past, and it worked out really good. Our employees had no complaints on the vision, so we felt that was a good choice for us to do. We're still going to offer the plan's still going to offer 2 levels of coverage, which is the 80-20% coverage and the 100% coverage. We do that now currently with Blue Cross Blue Shield. The city will offer the same level of coverage on the premiums for the 80-20 plan, and then if an employee chooses the 100% plan, they will pay the difference, just like we did in this current year. So therefore, staff and along with our city manager and staff that all met, we feel it's in our best interest to go ahead and remain with Blue Cross Blue Shield for our medical and life, remain with Principal for our dental, and then change the vision insurance from Avisis to VSP. And either myself or Gabe, the finance director, are available to answer any questions you may have.
Well, I talked to other mayors, and this isn't, compared to what a lot of the other cities are doing, this isn't as bad an increase as a lot of the other cities are paying. And I guess the employees, I think, know, but I don't know if the public knows that a lot of these are based on how many serious incidents you have during the course of the year. And if you have some people that have conditions that cost a lot of money, then your insurance rates raise. But they raise anyway. They're going to raise anyway. That market continues to rise. But if you have a lot of people that have cancer or have heart transplants, those type of things, your insurance rates are going to go up. So I think the insurance agent, our broker, did a pretty good job.
Yes, Mayor, that is
The guy's
correct.
done an
And
excellent job.
he always does a great job for us.
Since we switched over from the one that advised us to become self-insured to this one, it's been a world of difference. So,
Right.
so this is good news,
Yes, it is.
because I think the budget was based on 15%, wasn't it? 20.
15 to
So
20%,
it's
yeah.
better. Okay. All right.
Mayor, I move to approve as read.
Okay.
I second.
A motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Guys have
Thank you.
it. Item 14. Consider approval of accepting a 100 Club of Arizona Enhancement Grant in the amount of $6,500 awarded to the Coolidge Police Department for the purchase of a dual-purpose police service dog from Alderhorst International LLC in the amount of $12,121.88, and a ballistic vest from Ray Allen in the amount of $914.65, and approval to unfreeze capital funds in the amount of $6,536.53 for the total purchase price of $13,036.53, and improve expenditure of said funds. Chief, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Mayor Thompson, Vice Mayor Henry, and council members. The Coolidge Police Department has applied for and been awarded a safety enhancement grant from the 100 Club of Arizona in the amount of $6,500 for the purchase of a dual-purpose police service dog. Police staff received 3 bids in which Adlerhorst International LLC provided the lowest cost at $12,121.88, including tax, and a ballistic vest from Ray Allen in the amount of $914.65. Our current police service dog, Bink, was acquired in 2011 from Adlerhorst International LLC and is now 9 years of age, actually 9.5. After the acquisition of the new police service dog, Bink will be retired from service. Today, Bink had a operation of sorts to remove some cancerous growths, and they have to check those now to see just how bad it is. So he may be retiring sooner than we thought. Happy to answer any questions that you have.
Well, Chief, you kind of brought us down a little bit. That's bad news. But I'm kind of curious. Do you have any idea of how much over the last 9 years, how much financially, how much money Bink has taken off of the streets through his searches?
I do not have that information. I could get that for you and send that out to council.
I mean, a lot of it was, some of it was in the RICO categories, I'm sure, wasn't it?
There may have been some.
But we would have a monetary value of how much our narcotics dog, when they put a value on it when they make a bust and there's drugs involved. I'd be
Correct.
interested to see, because I'm sure over 9 years, I don't know what we paid for Bink, but I'm sure it was less than $13,000 we're going to be paying for the new one.
Correct. It was closer to 10.
Yeah, I'm sure it was more than $10,000 over 9 years. So the dog certainly is well worth the money on when you compare just that, not to mention the public, what that dog does when you take him to the game night and the schools, because the kids love these dogs. They like seeing them.
Correct. And numerous searches that are done by the canine that officers don't have to do, building searches, and that sort of thing that takes the police officers out of the line of danger.
So there's a lot more involved than just climbing in the back of a car and going around like you see on all these TV shows now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I just want to say that it's money well spent.
And just to add that in the industry, the standard for retiring dogs is normally 7 to 9 years, so it makes a little past the later time.
Is he going to go home with the officer that had him?
I believe that's what's going to happen.
Okay. All right.
And this canine that we're discussing here, is he going to be placed with the handler that has Bink now?
That's correct.
Okay, so we won't have to equip another vehicle to have the canine
No,
transport
same vehicle.
safely and stuff.
Mhm.
Okay, that answered the question.
Even if it was another handler, it would be the same vehicle.
Okay,
They just swap vehicles.
okay.
Correct.
Thank you.
All right, anybody have any questions?
Just to be clear, the vest is actually for the new dog, right?
That's correct.
Just, that's what I thought, but I was making sure.
It's about the same price for an officer, though. Actually, this is a little more expensive. Officers comes out a little more because of the exterior carrier.
If there is no further questions, I move to approve item number 14 as read.
I'll second that.
Okay, the motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Ayes have it.
Thank you, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and council members.
Thank you, Chief. Okay, now we're down to the report from the mayor and council. We'll start over here.
All right, well, had a busy week, but not city business. I did actually have an opportunity to speak with the folks at Stinger regarding the presentation that they did last week regarding the wall and stuff. It was kind of good news. I'm kind of excited. I have a professional relationship with the folks at Stinger, and it'd be a great opportunity for these guys, and I'm really rooting for them to get that contract.
Good. Tatjana? Did you see something, Ben?
I'm good. I have nothing to report.
Okay, Vice Mayor?
I was able to attend that at Stinger, and I'm telling you, it was very, very awesome to see how fast they put that section of wall up. Yeah, and I'm rooting for them. Hopefully they're able to get that contract, because that will also bring more jobs to our community, which we do need. And then I also attended the Nicola Days? Nicola World. World, excuse me. Yeah, it was, because there was 49 countries that were there, and that was pretty awesome. And we also went back, that was on Tuesday evening, and then on Wednesday we went back for the unveiling of some of the other equipment, and we were able to ride in one of the off-road vehicles, the mayor and city manager and myself, and man, those vehicles are so quiet and so fast. But anyway, that is awesome. I'm looking forward to that groundbreaking, and that will also bring more jobs to our community. But it was really a neat event to be able to attend, because it's going to be right here in our hometown. That's it.
I'm going to, because Tatiana just doesn't look like she's feeling good, I'm going to keep my comments to 0 tonight.
I appreciate you, Rick.
Let you say more.
She's about ready to go to sleep, so I'm going to say a few things. No, actually, I'll keep it brief. I did attend the mayor's meeting, Pinal Partnership breakfast, the Stinger event, which I would point out, although there were a few negative comments, all of Stinger is in the city limits now. No matter how you feel about the wall, one way or the other, if they do get the contract, they'll go from 300 employees to around 450 employees, which will be good for the city of Coolidge and our local economy. So when you have an event like that, sometimes it's more interesting to see the people who don't show up as opposed to the ones who do. So it was quite an experience being out there and witnessing that, but it was a well-planned, and the event went very well. We did go to Nicola Days. It was well attended. All the press was there, even there were tall ones and short ones, and they did very well. One thing I didn't do that I should have done the last meeting or the meeting before, I want to thank our dispatchers here, our police dispatchers. I noticed we got caught up in a lot of things, and I want to thank our first responders. Being a dispatcher is a hectic and very difficult job. They're the ones that get the calls, that have to send people to do the difficult jobs. And I can't tell you how much that the public, I appreciate, but the public should appreciate what they do. It's a very difficult job, and they do it very well, and I'll be the first to admit, I don't think they get paid enough money, and we're going to try to rectify that as things get better with the city. But they do a great job, and we appreciate them, and we don't say that enough. And they have 2 openings. Thank you, Chief. But hopefully we can steal some away with experience somewhere. But they're the ones that people call when things go bad, and they're the ones that got to figure it out and get people there. So not that the guys that go don't do a good job, the people that go don't do a good job, but they're the first responders. So thank you very much. And in saying that, I need a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Go ahead.
So moved.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. Thank you very much. Meeting adjourned. Thank you for coming.